T-shirt?
Lacoste.
Okay, fine. Mostly
Yeah.
mostly Dior.
Billie Jean, Christian Dior. I'm up in all the stores.
What are you wearing today?
Just Dior
Okay, so you're right.
or Dior.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's Pop Smoke right there. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. May Allah forgive you for any trespasses. Born Bashar Baraka Jackson was a rising American rapper known for popularizing Brooklyn drill music. He gained prominence with hits like Welcome to My Party, Party. Dior tragically was killed during a home invasion in LA at the age of 20. His posthumous debut album, Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon, was released in 2020 and topped the Billboard 200 charts. Pop Smoke's music, characterized by his distinctive, gravelly voice and UK drill influenced sounds, resonated with a wide audience. He collaborated with several prominent artists, including Nicki Minaj, Travis Scott, and Quavo. His early death cut a short, promising career, but his influence on the drill scene and his music continues to be celebrated. Rest in peace, Pop, man. Yo, Pop went hard, man. Y'all know that. You feel me? Pop, actually part Panamanian. Really Panamanian. There's actually a large Muslim community down there, and they black and they speak Spanish. Um, we gonna represent Pop's peoples with a little cut screen, some information about Panama. In case y'all didn't know, I thought it was quite interesting. This is about King Bayano. Shout out to Home Team. You know we always got to keep it ethnic over here.
The community of Afro-descended people in the Americas have many heroes we seldom hear about. Heroes such as Gaspar Yanga of Mexico, Ganga Zumba of Brazil, and
Gasper, a dope name. You feel me? Word up. Ganga is too. That's fire.
many more. Their stories exemplify the pursuit of freedom, liberty, and the fight against tyranny, principles we seem to hold dear in the Western world. The absence of these African heroes in popular discourse is precisely why Afro-descended people need to aggregate our knowledge, highlighting the brilliance and majesty of African historical figures. So today, I wanted to speak about one of the most successful formerly enslaved Africans in world history, King Bayano. Animation can be quite expensive, so if you'd like to contribute to the continued production of this kind of content,
We didn't say successfully enslaved Africans.
consider supporting the Home Team on Patreon.com. The link to Patreon is in the description box below. The role of African men in early Spanish America was surprisingly diverse. Unfortunately, popular narratives frequently highlight the enslaved status of African people despite there being some who discovered different avenues to freedom. African men in particular were able to do this because in the 16th century, Spain had not completely consolidated their power in the Americas. Thus, some Africans were able to acquire varying forms of freedom. One of the ways in which African men accomplished this was by becoming a so-called black conquistador. Most of them were
What? Pop Smoke granddaddy was a black conquistador.
conscripted, but some were able to gain their freedom. Another way was by becoming a pirate, gaining freedom through the open sea.
What? Niggas was pirates.
Yet another
Nah, I do that.
was escaping to the mountains or
Those pirates actually was Muslim.
countryside, establishing independent
Moors, I meant to say.
maroon settlements, becoming sovereign rulers or kings in their own right. In 16th century Panama, King Bayano became one of those men. He was believed to have been a Mandinka man, or at least from one of the Mande-speaking ethnic groups. In 1552, he was reportedly among 400 enslaved Africans taken to Panama. Fortunately, the ship he was on became shipwrecked off the coast of Panama. He and other Africans were able to escape to the shore. Something was special about Bayano because he quickly became a leader among the men and
Bayano, that sound familiar. Is that like Bay? You know what I mean? You know how they got those Bay names, the more
a formidable opponent for the Spanish, spearheading the largest revolt against Spanish colonial rule in the 16th century. Sources written by Spanish authors described Bayano as a very handsome and strong man who spoke Spanish well. His Spanish opponents assumed that Bayano had been a king or a
it says also Bayano with the two L's in Spanish, or Vaino.
leader in his homeland, and they called him El Renegro Bayano. His followers treated him with fear and respect, and they may have numbered more than 1,200 people. Bayano established a
El Rey Negro Bayano, the Black King Bayano.
fortress for his rebel enslaved community in a thickly forested mountainous region on the Atlantic side of Panama. For 5 years, King Bayano frustrated Spanish efforts of control. His political acumen
That's dope right there. I had to put that in there. Sometimes we deviate, man. It's like the Magic School Bus over here, you know. But that's just a little insight on, you know, how Pop Smoke, he spoke Spanish and he did music and he was Muslim, you know. And we're gonna do this for Pop, man. You heard?
Listen to this.
Do it for Pop, man. It was too young, man. They say they killed their prophets.
Roll another one.
Oh, we got to cut that.